Pay attention, crypto gossipators. Things are about to get interesting. Remember, not financial advice.
Hey guys, what is up? Hope everyone is doing well. Hope everyone's having an amazing day because I am as usual. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. So there's a very important topic that needs to be raised, and this is in regards to your plans, okay? Now, a lot of you are probably very diversified and are holding a lot of different tokens, cryptos out there, trying to spread your wealth, your money, not trying to lay it all in one basket, because that is obviously very risky. But these plans will need to be adjusted in certain situations, and that is a fact. You can't go around that. Now, I actually got a very interesting idea that came into my head, and I actually wasn't thinking about it much, but finally I can put it out there because of one of the comments that someone made in regards to something that they are holding, okay? And I think someone said that they were holding XRP, and that if Bone was to go down to 0.3, they would sell some of their other crypto just to get the money and reinvest it into Bone. And that is a very interesting point, that in every single crypto, you should more or less understand what your target is, and at which point you have the alert of buying more, okay? Of going not all in, but really going in heavy. I know that some of you have the DCAing, dollar cost averaging strategy, great. But some should also understand that there are points at which, if it goes to a certain level, okay, it's it could be that you might have to load up nice and heavy, because these levels will never be seen again. It's a bit like last year when I was telling you that 0.3 is actually a very crazy level. 30 cents per Bone was insane, and right now you'd still be sitting on more than double, okay, nearly triple the profits if you had bought back then, when I was actually showing you the opportunity. I'm not saying that I am forcing you to buy anything, but I am just showing you and explaining you, giving you information. So some of you may be actually thinking about certain plans for their crypto. So if a crypto was to reach a certain level, like if Bone was to go down below 0.5 and you don't have the funds, then perhaps you'd have to look at your portfolio and realize where money would not be made as quickly, where the price is more likely to stay stable, where it would take, I don't know, another few years. So you could just sell it out as an example, and then reinvest into Bone. That's what some people are talking about, okay? And that's a very interesting strategy, because a lot of you are, yeah, it's true, are waiting for your next paycheck, but a lot of you don't realize that some cryptos won't be producing returns that quickly. And anything can happen, it's true, before everybody jumps on me. But also many cryptos are very stable. They would need a bull run or a few years for them to really start kicking and going forwards, because nothing is going to push it up just like that. So taking out the funds from that crypto and putting it into something that you see as extremely cheap could be not a bad idea, because if where you're putting it into is predicted to go up literally in several weeks, and is predicted to produce some crazy returns, okay, never seen before, then why not? Why not? What is stopping you? So you always have to look at all the different possibilities out there. And yeah, at certain times it may be risky. At certain times you might have to take some extra risk. And that is very true. You can't run away from the risk. But you wouldn't be in investments if you weren't taking any risks, right? At some point you always have to go in knowing that you could potentially lose. Nothing is 100% guaranteed. Even the safest things with the lowest possible returns could also be destroyed, and you could lose money. So you really have to assess the risks here and understand that some things may produce returns way quicker and maybe way higher, and others less, and others may be more steady, and you can always go back to it. So all the possibilities need to be written down, okay? And I'm happy that you're watching these videos so I can explain to you what there is and what exists. Some of you probably are just, all bullish on Bone, going all in on Bone, which is fine, but others are holding different things. But different things might have different targets, and going back to those things, taking it out and withdrawing and leaving them and coming back to them is also not a bad idea. You know, sometimes it works out very well. It can work out very, very well. So it's very interesting, because this idea that I just have is because of someone that just literally just left a comment saying, look, you know, if this happens, if Bone does go to 0.3 as an example, because I was talking about, you know, the failing exchanges, a crypto exchange that may go bust, and that could push and drag down the prices. So everybody's going to go absolutely hysteric trying to load up. You know, the intelligent investors, undoubtedly the, you know, the weaker ones. I don't want to be offensive, but I probably call them plebs or whatever. You know, the ones that follow the system, and they're so into so programmed with emotions and psychology. Yeah, for them it would be hard, but for the average person, oh my god, I'm not gonna lie, but let's be honest, and let's be strong and faithful to the real value. And the real value is when it goes to a dip and you can load up, because you know it's going to go back up. It's going to come out with a massive use case. I mean, look at Bone. It's sitting there at the cheapest level I have seen in a while. It's looking beautiful. I mean, with no utility, it was reaching, let me open up the 1 year chart. It was reaching these type of levels of $2, already creating 6x on investments with no utility. And imagine if a utility comes out, bang, bang, we all go crazy. This is what I want to see. This is where I want to be. You know, I want to be where the money can be made, where the big money can be made, and when there is real use case for it, not just a typical meme coin, which, you know, at times it can be fun. I always try to quickly, you know, join in the wave, try to make some money, but this is, for me, this is absolutely crucial to also have money in things that have real value and long-term value, not just always things that are based on hype. Okay, and I'm going to be actually talking about other cryptos in the future in regards to things that really have a lot of stability and have real value and that attract big money. But this one, guys, Bone, if it had more exposure, media exposure, guys, this thing would be bought out in 2 seconds. Which in a sense could be scary, because I don't want one whale just coming in and literally, you know, putting in $200 million worth of money into Bone and just loading, buying everything. That could be scary, because then manipulation can happen. So it's important that we kind of spread the risk by getting so many different types of investors out there that are holding medium-sized bags. Those of you that are watching these videos, obviously you want to get very rich and you have your plans. You know that even though you can't afford to say, for example, you know, drop a cool 200 grand, but even, you know, a few $1,000s or a few $100 is absolutely fine, because it's all going 100x. These are my predictions, okay, for the future, when SHIBARIUM really starts working, and when exchanges start listing it, when all the big developments start coming out, when social media grabs it and starts discussing it. So it really is getting very exciting, and as I've said, you better get your game plans ready. And this is why I always say that having your notifications bell on, watching these videos, getting you to really think about, because why am I different to others? Okay, others like to discuss just information. I like to discuss more ideas. I like to go in depth, because at the end of the day, Bone doesn't even have that much information. I can't always, you know, produce and give you an article, because sometimes you just have to discuss interesting points that may get you thinking, may get you tweaking your plans. Your plans probably, you know, are just very simple. You know, I cash out at this number. How about you cash out a percentage and then another percentage of it, and then you could load up at certain numbers at a certain, you know, percentage. And also you look at your other portfolios, maybe you can raise capital through, you know, selling something, buying something. So a lot of different opportunities out there. But as of now, I need you to also engage. Let me know what you're thinking. At what point would you be buying? At what point would you be selling your other cryptos? What could really get you going, okay, when it comes to Bone? And yeah, guys, so feel free to say anything you like. Everything's welcomed, everything's appreciated. And as usual, guys, a big thank you to everyone. Appreciate all the support, and I'll see you in my next video. Peace out.